Friends, let's toss a coin. How many times do you think will it stand straight on its rim and not fall on its sides? Probably one in a million. If it were to stand on its rim, a right and a left side would be visible depending on which side one would like to see. A line too would be visible if one were to look straight. That is the choice that we have to make in life as well. Either choose the right or the left. Friends, this Saturday, let's look a little more closely at such questions. If it were choosing to see the line alone, it would mean living a life of one in a million. Most of us choose either right or left most of the times, but almost always see only a part of either right or left since we never were trained to see straight. That we must see both right and left for a meaningful discourse in life is lost in the pursuit of chasing only right or only left. What then is right or left? Are they not two sides of the same coin? Are they not equally good or equally bad? If right side be right, is the left always wrong or the vice versa? Can the right be never wrong or wrong never be right? Will the middle be evil then? These are some classic questions that have no answers, for everything in life is relative. Grey shades are the ones that everyone follows, though how grey is what they fight for. It is unfortunate that our election jamborees have come to mimic these abstracts. What is seen in Bengal or might be seen in Kerala What is seen in Bengal, Kerala will be pointers to fault lines and bitter differences. They could be seen in the future elections too. No one is concerned that neither right nor left ideologies spring from first principles. One wonders if it is logical theories or psychologic fine feelings that bind the followers to their faiths. Several shades of right exist as shades of left exist in our midst. The Cambridge history of 20th political thought identifies a reactionary right as returning to aristocracy and established religion, a moderate right as distrusting individuals, seeking limited government, the radical right favoring a romantic and aggressive form of nationalism, the extreme right proposing anti-immigration policies and implicit racism, and a neoliberal right seeking to combine a market economy and economic deregulation with the traditional right believing in patriotism, elitism, and law and order. The practice, however, is a convenient mix. A left data supports social equality and egalitarianism. The leftists believe that they are unjustified inequalities that need to be reduced or abolished in the society. It actually is a takeoff from the French Revolution, where the political groups opposed to the royal veto privilege generally sat to the left of the presiding member's chair in the parliament, while the ones in favor sat on the right. In a way, right supported the monarchy and the left opposed it. One wonders if these are also pointers to unifying themes across time and space. Should people support right-leaning or left-leaning ideologies? Do leftists care more about equality and the rightists more about efficiency? Do leftists care more about the poor and the rightists more about the rich? Are leftists more secular while the rightists are more religious? Should a common man at all be in this debate? If both profess to improve the lot of people, why should it matter? Though they are shown to as the opposite ends of a continuum, do they not resemble each other at least in some characteristics? Authoritarianism, for one, contrary to what people and researchers believe, is a privilege of the right, in as much as is a characteristic of the left. Though their ideologies may never accept it, they may actually denounce it. Does it not spring from a need to control the rank and file and not so much adhering to their beliefs? That Bengal will see some serious right and left politics played, or Kerala will continue to see similar things happening, must all be researchers' delight, but could be a nightmare for those on the ground. Edward Shills, a distinguished service professor in the Committee on Social Thought at the University of Chicago, argues that both of them indulge in zealotry, are susceptible to Manichean interpretations of human events, implacable hatred of opponents, intolerance toward dissenters and deviants, and have an inclination to see public affairs as outcomes of secret plots and conspiracies. He further articulates that both may differ in their choice of allies and enemies and in their perceptions of certain institutions as well, as hostile or friendly. But both share a common style of political thought and employ similar techniques of political engagement. For every thesis, there is an antithesis. Is this not the same argument that we often hear? If right were the thesis, can the left be the antithesis or the other way around? The recent budgets, were presented for the betterment of the people, COVID affected and so on, and the people who followed it. Some people appreciated it, some denounced it. So, where do we stand? Leftists bear to say markets have done a great job. Could we have asked for more? Can the leftists say this? Can they ever say this? Now, in a similar vein, no matter how much the rightists agree with leftists on any issue, they would probably never say the left is totally right. How could we criticize them? The difference actually is the intensity of their antipathy, not the object of their antipathy. Where does that leave the centrists who support a balance of social equity and social hierarchy, while opposing political changes which shift society strongly to either left or the right? Is it the line that some parties want to see? Is it the coin that stands on the rim that people want to see? Can we not, instead of tossing a coin, spin a top so we agree at least once every day? How long can the parties prevent their own ideologies seeking help from other ideologies? Can the parties today still do a tightrope walk? That, friends, is the thought that I had for this Saturday. And in a constantly shrinking political space, some introspection is called for all, and that includes the right, the left, the center. For not everything right is right, everything left is wrong, and everything center is evil. We will leave it at that. And with that, I have come to an end for this Saturday, and let's meet the next Saturday for another episode. Until then, thank you, Dhanyawad, and Namaskar.